Getting into frequency polygon, you should know first what is class intervals. Which are the class intervals? Here I mentioned no, they are the class interval. It varies from 0 to 10. It means that numbers from 0 below 10 is included. Upper limit is always not included. And then here 10 to 20 means 10 is included. Upper limit 20 is not included. This only does this means in this first number lower limit, next number upper limit will calculate, and then for to calculate the frequency polygon, we will be calculating one thing called class mark. What's our class mark? It is given section A class mark only, this only, right? That is not the one. For this class interval, class marks. For that we have a formula. That formula is upper limit plus lower limit by 2. Simply average of upper limit and lower limit. In other words, it's a midpoint, middle value of the class interval. Okay. After writing the class mark for each class interval, we should be plotting that point. Where we have to plot in the graph. Okay. After plotting the points, we should connect that. That is the simple thing frequency polygon you can do. Now we will calculate class marks for this. 0 plus 10 by 2. What is the class mark? Ten by 2 how much? Come on, answer. 5. Next to this one, 15. 15. You don't need to add and divide all the time. First check whether all of them are same class size. Find the midpoint of first alone. Afterwards, add the class size to everything. 5 class size is how much? Class size is how much, man? Evenly. What is the common class size? Class size. Upper limit minus lower limit. 10. 555 na 555 10. 5 plus 10 15. 15 plus 10 25. Next 35. Chris, are you listening? Just copy it and listen. After that 45. Okay, this like it is going. If you calculate also, the same value will come. 20 plus 30 how much? 50. 50 by 2 25. Like a shortcut we can do. Okay. After writing the class mark, we should write that as a point, x-axis, y-axis. So this class mark is fixed into x-axis. This frequency is fixed into y-axis as we discussed earlier. See, first column is for x-axis, second column is for y-axis. Why don't it be vice versa? That also won't be a problem. See, you may get your graphs like this. This also won't be a problem. Okay, but usually we'll follow this. Okay. So that points also you should write in the box itself. You should just write points. To avoid mistakes, I am saying this text. So what is that point? Is that 3, 5 or 5, 3? 5, 3. To avoid committing mistake, you can make this class mark column in between here also while you are copying in your answer sheet. Okay. So next is this point. 15, 9. This point how much? Come on. 25, 17. This one 35, 12. 45, 9. Okay, good. These points has to be plotted in a graph. We should decide what scale to take. That could be anything. We'll start with the 0. This is x-axis, y-axis. Look at all the x coefficients. Just a multiple of 5. So it is enough that if you take multiple of 5 or 10 also we can take. Okay. So I am taking 10 due to space constraint. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. So in between middle values are 5. And then y value up to 17 it is going maximum. So due to space constraint, I'm taking 2. 5, 10, it will be more. 2 let me take. 4, 6, 8, 10. No, it won't be sufficient. For me, it won't be sufficient. You can take 1, 2, 3, 4 also, not a problem. Okay. So let me take 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21. Like I am taking 3 units. Now these points we have to plot. Okay. So 5, 3. X axis 5, y axis 3. This point. Okay. And then 15, 9. Also we have to mark that point, which is that 5, 3. 15, 9. Here 15. 9 where it is here. No, thankfully everything is multiple of 3. Next point what we have to plot? 25, 17. 25, 17. Near to this 15, 16, 17. In between. So here I am plotting. That is 25, 17. Okay, and then 35, 12. 35, 12. Here. 35, 12. Yes. Okay, and then 45, 9. 45, 9. Okay, now we have to connect these points. Simply use your ruler to connect all this. But look at this. Is this a polygon? Polygon is a closed figure. Is this closed? No. So we should make this closed. But we don't have any other data after that. So we will be creating a dummy class interval. What we are creating? Dummy class interval to conclude this polygon. Okay. So after 50 we don't have any data. We may have 50 to 60 as a dummy class interval after this to conclude with frequency 0 that has no significance. Then what would be that point? 55. So that point is 50, 0. 55, 0. So here let me take 60. Here 55 is there. So here that point 50, no need to mark, simply I am representing. So we will connect that with here. It is not that with any point you can connect. It's really important where you are starting, where you are ending. Okay, so this side closed. This side 0 to 10 only. Previously we will take up to minus 10. Yes. Yes man, all frequency polygon closed in this manner only. It is not that either way you can close. Okay. So minus 0 to minus 10 has a frequency 0. Midpoint if you calculate means minus 5.0 you will get. But the problem is you should not get any frequency in negative. So we will connect this with the dotted line. Okay. We will connect that with the dotted line. That like it should be finished. Suppose simply you are connecting with the here. No, that is wrong. This is what we call it as a frequency polygon. If you draw histogram means this would be simply midpoints of the rectangle that you are drawing. So people may confuse that first we have to draw histogram, then only that midpoint we should connect as a frequency polygon. No, not required. Histogram is different, frequency polygon is different. Both can be drawn at a time also, not a problem. Okay, so this is what we call it as a frequency polygon. For this, drawing histogram is not required. Without even drawing the histogram also, we can draw the frequency polygon. Okay, so here important thing is this class mark should be calculated accordingly. These points should not be confused. Which is x, which is y, has to be plotted accordingly and then finish it. Now look at this table. Can you guys calculate the points? First calculate class mark. Yes, within the same graph itself you can mark. This is class mark, this is points. Come on. How will you calculate? Each interval you have to calculate, or is there any trick? Yes, what trick? First interval you should calculate. Class size. Same coins will come, man. They are the same, isn't it? What are the points? What I am asking is, this class mark, this saves time. 35 and 45. Now the points are easy. What they are? Good. Yeah. No, in this same graph itself, I think this is both the same question. Same question, two frequency polygon, we need to compare one with another. So in the same graph itself, 5 comma what? 5. Somewhat upwards we are getting. This point 5 comma 5. Okay. And then 15 comma 19. 15 comma 19 above this. And then both things you have to mark the points. 25 comma 16. 25 comma 16. 17 here. 16 let me mark here. Above this. Here. This is 25 comma 16. 25 comma 15. Oh sorry, my bad. Okay, then let this be. 15 is here, 25 is here. This point 25 comma 15. This point also should come above 17. So this line we can connect like this. Approximately only I am drawing. Okay, and then 35 comma 10. 35 10. 10 approximately here. 35 this point. 45 comma 1. 45 comma 1 nearly here. That's all. Now connect this. 55 comma 0. That's all. See these points you have to calculate, right? From here to here, here to there, here, and then what it is? Yes, here, and then 55 comma 0. Here which interval shall we connect? Same point. Okay. Now based on these two graphs, see this one what we drawn for section A. After that, this is section B. Based on this, who performed well, we have to answer. Who performed well, section A or section B? Section B, yeah. See, look at, observe the graph. 5 marks scored by how many people? There are 5 people, section A 3 people, somewhat less. 15 marks scored by section B 19 people, section A 9 people. Okay. 25 marks scored by here 17 people, there 15 people, less. 35 marks scored by there 12 people, here 10 people, less. 45 marks scored by 9 people, here only 1 people. Now tell me who performed well in terms of marks. Here maximum number of the person got only less marks. But in section A, look at that. Less number of the person only got less marks. Maximum number of the person got many marks. Is it? So section A performed well. It is not like how this graph, above it is good, likewise it is not. Observe it on the perspective. Here it is marks. So that we are choosing section A performing well. Okay. Factories and all use this for production. Suppose it is a production cost. Then what you will choose? More number of things with less cost, who is producing? That like. Based on the situation, it may vary. Interpretation. Perspective is everything. Got it? Shall I finish? Yes, sir. Yes, man. Exam also you should draw. That is a part of that book itself. Book itself, they said we should draw the dummy class interval so that we can close the frequency polygon. If you're not done means it won't be gets closed. It is wrong. Scale also should be written. Everything has to be followed as in it. Likewise, we have another question. Team A, Team B. Question number 7 in the exercise. Try doing it and then tell which team performed well. Okay. Come on, make it fast. Yes, exercise 7th question.